Alrighty, everybody, we are back. Really a very huge gear switch from matters finance into matters beautiful, spiritual, new journeys. That's exactly what the wonderful songstress has just done with her musical career. Wahu is here to tell us all about Sifa and the praises that she has to give for 2017. Come on here, darling.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
How nice you look. I need you to stand and so people can see this beautiful dress. You look so gorgeous.
Gosh, now you're making me blush. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here, hon.
Thank you for having me.
Our absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
You look great.
Asante, so do you, as usual.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I have seen you almost, it seems, everywhere in the last couple of weeks because you're on a new chapter.
Yes.
All right. Take us a little back before we get to the new chapter. How's 2017 been for you? What were your expectations for this year?
2017 has been an interesting year, I guess, for all of us. You know, the political season and all that. It sort of was something that we had to deal with, yeah. But you know, we've had, apart from that, you know, my husband was unwell.
Yes.
For he's recovering now, but that was a really low time. But we saw God come through even then, you know. So it's been
roller coaster.
It has been a roller coaster.
You've been in the limelight yourself and Nameless for so long, and we've seen your lives and you've grown in front of our eyes. We almost feel a sense of ownership with your family, and so when, of course, Nameless got sick, a lot of people were concerned and stuff like. How does that feel in terms of Kenyans feeling like they own a piece of you, a part of you?
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody, everybody who sent out all their warm wishes on social media, everybody who was calling and saying, you know, we are praying with you. It really means a lot.
Yeah. How are you guys doing today, Han, as the year winds down?
As the year winds down, we're grateful. I have so much to be grateful for this year, you know. We're doing good. Yeah. I thank God.
This is not the first time for you and I to have sat together.
No.
We've sat together many times.
Yes, we have.
And for me, when I heard Sifa and when I heard your story about rededicating your life, I was like, do Kenyans know who has always loved Jesus? Yeah. That you've always been a fan and you've always been a representation of heaven. Tell us a little bit about your spiritual walk before Sifa came about.
Yeah. I've always had a relationship with God. I grew up in a very strong Christian family. In our family, it was not until you can decide whether you want to go to church or not. Yeah. It was like, kama venye unaamka kwenda shule, unaamka kwenda church. Unless you're unwell or something, you know, church was a given. My dad was very prayerful, so was my mom. I just thought this is how people, and I'm so grateful for that, because that foundation and that knowing that from a very early age that God loves you and God accepts you and doesn't expect you to be perfect. He just wants you to follow his purpose for you. So I've had that relationship, and I remember one of the key things I refer to up to now in my journey is when I was 18. It was a turning point for me. So here I am, I finished high school. Yeah. You know, 844. Eh? So you've been told what to do all your life. You've been told which subjects. You're just being given small options. Choose either science or physics. Choose either this or this, and then all of a sudden, you're being told, choose what you want to do with the rest of your life. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do with the rest of my life. And everybody else in my class had such serious dreams. I want to be a neurosurgeon. I want to be a lawyer. And I'm thinking, I will say it, but not mean it. You know, and I wasn't sure. And I wanted to be happy. I really, really wanted to be happy. You know, so I had the first really heart-to-heart discussion with God at 18 in my bedroom, and I told God, in our bedroom, tulikuwa tunashare wachani. Yeah. People don't get things twisted. Yeah, I told God, listen, you created me. You knew me before I was born. It only makes sense for you to reveal to me what you created me for. You will be happy. I'll be happy. Show me what you. And I wasn't begging. It was a very serious and organic discussion I was having with God, you know, and he answered.
I'm sure that you've had the question many times as you became a huge star in the country and across the continent about your music and what it means and why you sing the songs you sing, why you compose the songs you compose. What was the reason before? What is the reason now, Wahu?
I've always stood for women empowerment.
Okay.
It's something that I was very strong about even from a very young age. I'm like, listen, it's great to be beautiful. It's great to be, you know, express your outer beauty.
Yeah.
You should. But guess what? We need to focus on what it is that we have to offer the world. So I was very big on getting girls. My brand was, and I guess still is, about women doing the most out of themselves, getting the most, giving the most of themselves in the workplace, in their social and all that. So my music always revolved around that. I really wanted women to feel, hey, I'm more than just a pretty face,
right,
you know? So my music...
Substance.
Kuna substance.
Yeah, up or
you
down.
know,
Something
yeah,
between the ears.
Exactly.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
why I'd say things like sitishiki,
yes,
you know, yeah.
exactly.
And
Very
I'm like,
empowering songs,
yeah,
with
you
powerful
know,
words. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I went on, and of course I still did. I did the Still a Liar, I did Liar,
Yeah.
because those are things that girls talk about and all that. What I can say about where I am now, and this was not so much a career change or a career decision, as compared to a work decision,
Yeah.
like, because I decided last year in November to rededicate my life
Okay.
to God, and whatever is coming out of me is as a result
Of that.
So it wasn't an intentional from now on, you know.
Yes, exactly.
It was just that
Sifa drops and it's like, guys, now I'm good. I'm saying, no, it's not about that.
It's been a journey,
long time
and there's a
before. Yeah.
back end story to that. And for me, what's more important to me is that work.
Yeah.
That's what for me, because I am very clear up to now. I'm like, listen, God, I have a good idea that I'm within my purpose,
Yeah.
but now to fulfill it completely.
Yes.
So, you know, like the way Miles Monroe said, die empty.
Yes.
I want to fulfill it completely. So whatever is happening as a result of that is just because of the space that I'm in spiritually. Yeah.
That's great. That's amazing. Sifa, a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Really, really great. Where was that born from?
So again, when I
Yeah.
began my journey in November, when I rededicated my life, so the rededication came at a time when I was going through a really rough patch in my life. Here I am, I'm gonna praise. And within that space is when Sifa was born.
Oh, wow. A beautiful song with a
Thank
great
you.
message. Do you feel a sense of relief with now the revelation? Kenyans now are like, oh, Wahu has transitioned. We saw you on Crossover, really great interview.
Thank you.
And the feedback was so amazing. I was on
Yes.
Twitter reading some of it, and people are
Yes.
so happy.
I
for
know.
you. It's kind of like, wow, were you guys just waiting? It's like, guys were just enjoying. And then now they're like, yes. How, do you feel pressure or do you feel joy?
I feel right.
Okay.
This feels right. And that's what I was telling my husband. I'm like, this feels right.
Yeah.
This feels right. This space feels right. I can't describe it any other way, but it feels right that I'm happy with, you know, because there are times I'll be very honest with you, because you know, when you can write, you can write.
Yeah.
And I'd write a song, and I've written so many, and then I look and say, do I really want to release this song?
Yeah.
Really, really, really? Well, who are you going to sing these words? Just
Let me
wait.
shelve it to
Just
Dongo.
wait. And there are
Yeah.
so many that I'm like, but this feels right.
And
Yeah.
it fits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Family is so important to you, has always been so
Yes.
important and at the forefront of your priorities.
Yes.
You have two beautiful daughters.
Thank you.
How has the year been for them? Lots of changes in their lives and seeing their
Yes.
dad a little vulnerable.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that as a mom.
It was very hard.
Yeah.
Especially because we had just lost a very good friend of ours earlier on, Kev.
Yes.
Kev was like my children's uncle,
Yeah.
and
Very close to your
very
family.
close, yeah. So when my daughter heard that her dad was unwell as well, she was like, you know, she was looking at me like, what's
Yeah.
going on?
And kids are very plain. They don't have
They
layers.
don't.
They'll just show
Yeah.
you what they're feeling.
So so it was a thing that I had to manage. It was not easy because I was not prepared.
I think it's us adults who worry more.
We worry a lot more than we should. And I remember when we were going to hospital with Nyakeo, so I could only take the kids once he was out of HDU, because HDU and seeing your dad wired and all that was just, you know, that image for kids. So once he was out of HDU and he's able to, you know, converse and all that, so I'm like, okay, let's go see dad. Yeah. So Nyakeo decided Aga Khan is daddy's hospital. We are going to daddy's hospital. And then, you know, they get onto the bed and, you know, the bed can go up and down. So it's like,
they're really besties.
See the tricks that my bed can do, you know? So I think for Nyakeo, she didn't really feel it. She was like, whoa, daddy's hospital.
Just for her, it's all about her hero, you know, and seeing him.
And when we were coming to get him out finally, because she said, oh, okay, now this daddy needs to come back home. And the day because we went together with the kids to get him, it was on a Sunday, and from the gate, from the watchman, my child Nyakeo, she's very animated. She just lights up our lights. We are coming to get daddy. We get to the hospital reception. We have come to get my daddy.
That's amazing.
Then she opens it. Daddy, we've come for you.
Yes, don't you forget it, right? In case you didn't know, now you know. Now you know, and that's a wonderful thing. And we're happy to hear he's home. And he's doing well and he's recovering great. Well, switching to your music a little bit and what you want to do coming into 2018. What should we expect from you, Han?
Lots of stuff, Kobe.
Nice.
I'm really in a creative space right now. So I'm actually, so I'm really excited about the content that is brewing.
Nice. Amazing. Great. I think I didn't hear Sifa. I saw the photo first. My gosh, that blonde hair is everything. I love that picture.
Thank you.
Who shot that? Who created that for you?
The look?
Yeah,
the look was Connie.
So gorgeous.
Corinne, she's amazing. She's an amazing stylist. Corinne, wherever you are.
She did really great.
Yes.
So you, of course, wanted to go for a new look, and the video is also really great. Tell us about the creative process of that before we take a look at the video.
The creative, so Blessing co-directed with my husband.
Yes.
Because my husband just has to be inside there.
And we love it. We love his input.
Do.
Talk to young people as we say goodbye in terms of just remaining grounded and remaining focused. And when you do get to the dark places, which they will, it's guaranteed in this life, it's important to pull yourself out. Talk to us about that, Wahu, as we say goodbye.
First of all, that everybody was born for a purpose. There's stuff about you that is peculiar only to you, that only you are able to achieve, right? And you need to know that despite or in spite what other people may say, you know your essence, you know the stuff that makes you happy. And I want to encourage you to follow your heart, because when you follow your heart, therein lies your happiness, therein lies your fortune, therein lies your purpose. Right? You will feel so fulfilled. Follow your heart. Don't listen to the negative voices. Just retain the positive. And when you come through the ups and downs, take your lessons when you're down. The reasons why they're down is so that you can appreciate the highs. And when you're down, take your lessons. That's the reason why we go through low moments. It's so that you can learn stuff, not because life is against you. And be encouraged, even when you're down. You're not the only body who's down. People, or even in China, people go through down times. And people are
going through worse times than you are.
Exactly. And remember, in everything, you can always go to God. You don't have to be organized. You don't have to be a preacher. You don't have to be holy. You just have to be yourself and come to God, because He's the one who created you. He knows your purpose.
Give this woman a hand, y'all.
Thank you.
I love this video. The name of the song is Sifa. We can't wait to see what you have in store. 2018 is around the corner. I know we'll be expecting lots from you. Thanks for being here, honey.
Thanks for inviting me.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. Great to see you.